Well, countries across the world right now have announced their assistance for Turkey and Syria after two powerful earthquakes devastated southern Turkey on Monday, reported the Anadolu agency. Now, many countries, including Malaysia, have rushed to their rescue mission. Teams to Turkey and, of course, more to Syria is underway as well. Today, I'm joined by Salah Abdul Qasim, the Deputy Director of Partner Development at Islamic Relief Worldwide, to walk us through some of these efforts. Salah, welcome to the program. What are the most pressing needs of the affected people, and how are relief efforts being coordinated to address those needs right now?
There are multiple needs. The situation is extremely difficult. We're still within that very critical time window now, that first 72 hours where, subhanAllah, we're now still looking and the search and rescue. Just a few hours ago, 44 hours after the earthquake, we ourselves were at one of the scenes of a search and rescue where the mission was still going on. And unfortunately, on that occasion, in the south of Turkey, very close to the epicenter, I'm very sad to report that the search and rescue teams were working for hours, and unfortunately, they uncovered two dead bodies. So we're still in that critical time period where the priority right now is about saving lives. For those lives that we're able still to save through the search and rescue efforts, that's great. For those who, unfortunately, are not surviving due to how long they've been waiting, due to the cold. I must mention the cold. I mean, there currently is -3, -4. It's extremely cold. It's the coldest months of the year. So you can imagine being trapped in shrapnel, being trapped in rubble in such cold conditions is extremely difficult and challenging. If and when people are evacuated, people are saved from the rubble, we are then working on medically assessing them. So we give them forms of treatment. People, you can imagine, psychologically, emotionally are scarred. One thing that we're seeing all around us is that people are, even if the homes in which they were living survived the earthquake, they're still opting and choosing to not return to buildings. They're afraid. They're scared. I'm hearing firsthand, talking to people about how the earthquake, the first one specifically, how powerful it was, how it lasted more than 2 minutes, which you can imagine is wow, unbelievable. More than 2 minutes for an earthquake to go on. Then a couple of minutes after it, another earthquake happened. Yes. And throughout the day then and the preceding days, actually, there are still trembles. A few hours ago, about 4 hours ago, we were driving very close to the epicenter, and we ourselves witnessed and saw, electric sparks going off, all the electric supply here being cut off because of another mini tremble that was going on. So people are choosing not to return to buildings. They're sleeping in cars. They're staying on the side. You're seeing on the side of the road a lot of tents being set up for those who don't have homes.
Salah,
for those who
if I could just jump in here.
Their home.
Yeah, it
but
has
unfortunately,
been indeed,
because of the fear that they went through, because of what they saw, they're opting not to return because they're still not completely safe. Medical needs. We also can talk about the shelter. So we're providing support by assisting people in going to facilities as forms of shelter. Yep.
Right. I mean, it is devastating for us to be on this side of the world just watching, and you and the team.
I'm not hearing you so clearly. Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to try to speak up louder. I just wanted to say that it's devastating for us here across the world to watch as well. But, tell us a little bit about the emotions and the mental state of the search and rescue team personnel like yourself on the ground now here, witnessing all of this while having to also step up and actually carry out duty.
Look, I'm not going to say it's easy, but in the scale of things, how we feel and what we're seeing, is it's difficult, but we're trying our best. We're trying to do, Islamic Relief is a very special organization. It was officially the first organization to respond here, both in Turkey and in Syria. When you look at it and you see the situation, we're entering areas, we're going into a place where people are leaving. So people are fleeing, but we're going in. Where people don't want to be, we have to be, because that's what it's like to be an aid worker. That's what it's like to be on the front line off the back of an emergency. So we've got to do our job. It's an essential job. We've got to try to provide as much support and assistance as possible. And our message to everyone in Malaysia, to all the listeners to this radio channel, is that we need you to kindly donate to Islamic Relief Malaysia, to help Islamic Relief Malaysia, and help us to reach more people. We need, we are here, we're delivering. I'm here firsthand myself in Turkey. We've got an amazing team in Syria. And what makes us unique is that we didn't just arrive at the time of the emergency or just after the emergency. We already had an existing presence, meaning we've got experienced staff who know the situation. We've got warehouses already with some supplies. We've got the existing logistical and procurement networks. We've got the medical know-how here. We've got the facilities. We've got the access. We've got the respect and the trust of and the credibility of the locals and the authorities. So we're here. We're delivering. We just need you as donors to fund us, to give us donations, to give us support through Islamic Relief Malaysia, so we can increase the amount of beneficiaries and rights holders that we can reach.
Right, Salah. Here's all of us wishing you and the entire team all the very best in the efforts, and of course our thoughts and prayers with everyone in Turkey and Syria at this point. Of course, efforts are still underway to rescue many of the victims, and there are many that have already been rescued so far. We're hearing inspiring stories coming out, but we still have to hold on tight and hope that those still stuck in the rubble will be making it out safely. I'm off to a break right now. When I come back,